and welcome to the Roma side of YouTube. Let me turn down my speaker here, and also I'm going to put on a do not disturb while I'm doing this. That way no one can call and mess up my feed, right? Alright, here we go. Let's see, let's go into the chat. Alrighty. Let's see. Hey, Brandy! Oh my gosh, I've been trying to call you, and I've been trying to see how you're doing, and I left you a message, and you ain't called me back. I am getting on to you. I'm mixing paint right now, babe, so that we can do something really pretty. I had a couple people ask me for the floating cup technique. So that's what we're doing. So, Brandy, how are you? No! I miss you. You need to Google Hangouts me every once in a while. I got so much to tell you about. And I want to hear about you, see how everything's going. Right now I'm staying at Ryan's house because I'm house sitting. He's in Virginia. And I'm good. You know, just hanging out, doing my thing, making some art. You know how it goes. Oh, I made a mixed media sale. You would be so proud of me. Brandy, I'm excited. In fact, so Brandy, I got in touch with this guy from Craigslist. He had 27 wooden cigar boxes. I know, right? 27 of these bad boys. And he wanted 70 for it, but the ad was up for like a month, so I offered him 60 and he took it, which basically roughly made the boxes $2.50 a piece. So I altered them, and I made a vintage airplane box, and put little Tim Holtz feet on it, and a little handle, and I made it look all burnt, and all that jazz. And it looks really, really cool. So I was showing one of my customers at the shop, and she was like, you know, I used to be a Delta Airlines stewardess. I want to buy that. How much you want for it? So when I told her, she goes, can you make me another one for my friend? I said, yep, sure, no problem. So right now I'm actually working on the second one. Oh, I would definitely show them to you. You got to hang out to me, though. You got to hang out to me. Good. So right now I'm doing my normal mix, 1 part paint, 1 part Floetrol, and waiting on some people to get in. Brandy, I've been doing lives every night this week at 9 o'clock. Did you see my live last week? Or last night? I did the angel wing pour. Oh, so fun, so fun. Are you enjoying your new job, babe? Well, if you can consider it a new job. Ugh, I love you, and hang out to me later, okay? Alright guys, if you guys pop in the chat, let me know. Alright, so this one's kind of goopy, so I will be straining it. Got my handy dandy strainers ready. So I'm just straining my paint, you guys, because I found a goopy. We can't have goopies. Much better. And this one I'm going to wait until some people come in so that I can show you how I do my mix. Stephanie, if you are watching this on replay or if you pop in later, this is actually for you. I'm going to show you on my cup here. Get out my black magic marker without trying not to make a mess. Okay, so I have about that much paint in there. Then I have that much Floetrol and a few drops. Well, I lied. It's probably about to the top of the P. So I have that much paint, and then I have this much Floetrol. One part paint, 2 parts Floetrol in this cup. Let me get you closer. Ugh. Okay. So I have 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and then I just put a few drops of water for consistency. There is nobody in my chat right now. Waiting on some people to say, hey girl. Hey girl, hey. I'm sad Brandy had to go back to work. I was listening to Jason Aldean just a minute ago. Just waiting on some people to pop into my chat. Hey, Mama. I'm doing the floating cup. Hey, Tammy. So guys, I'm doing the floating cup tonight. So let's add some Floetrol to this. I already gave the example as to how much. Oh, there is a big gobby in there. Look at that. See, that is why we strain our Floetrol. Look at that. That whole thing is a gob. Ugh. All right. Well, I hope there's no more in there. That was the end of the bottle anyway. I picked up the wrong one. That is why it did that. Hey, Troy. So, if Katie is watching, Tammy, I know she told you to tell me to do the color scheme tonight. Guess what I have? I have yellow. I have a bright purple that I mixed myself just for Katie. I have orange. I'm about to mix some blue. And they're all neon colors. And I thought, you know what? Katie said purple, orange, yellow, and blue. And I thought, man, a little bit of neon pink will look good in there. So I mixed up some neon pink. Is that okay? She said yes. Okay. Well, good, because I mixed it. I said, you know what? I think I need a little neon pink in this piece. It'll be beautiful. Got to add a little water to this, guys. So, I don't even know if I just did that on screen. Katie loves pink. Katie has been watching every live this week. Katie, Little Miss Caitlin, has been on my channel. If you guys don't know, she's really good artist. And you know who else is a really good artist? My little Mr. Aiden. Aiden has got such a creative eye. I mean, he can paint. Oh, Lord, he can paint. And he does Minecraft, and he is like the best builder on Minecraft I've ever seen. He did this little building, and he balanced it all on torches, which I don't play Minecraft, so I don't know how hard that is to do. I don't know. I just thought it was the most creative thing I ever saw because it kind of made it look like the building was standing on pillars. And he's amazing at it. And then Liam, he's just funny. I love Liam. He's hilarious. He's so matter of fact, and he'll be like, "You're rude." It's so funny. Anyway, so guess what, guys? This is the floating cup. Let me move my paper out of the way. That's my little paper that tells me if I'm doing the things that people have suggested. And I am. Okay. They all said hi. Hi, my babies. My other little niece that has been on my channel before is actually in Honduras, you guys, doing a mission trip. So these are little 1 ounce cups. They're like this big. And so there's not a lot of color paint tonight. But each one of these are 1 ounce cups. I'm going to put 1 drop of dimethicone in each color. And that is going to cause the cells that are going to happen after I do this floating cup technique. I am not going to put any dimethicone in my white paint. And if you notice, I just moved all my paint off of my canvas because I don't want to drip that dimethicone right on the canvas because then the paint won't stick to the canvas at all. All right, blue's all mixed in. And if you notice, while I mix these colors, I'm not mixing them like I'm beating eggs. I don't want to like super incorporate all of the dimethicone. I just want to make it like a consistent texture. But I'm not really trying to mix this in to where it looks like I just beat a bunch of eggs. I want it to be like a loose formulation so that the dimethicone floats to the top. Troy, how you doing today? Did y'all get a lot of rain where you're at? Yeah, we got rain for about, you know how it goes. You lived in Georgia. We got rain for about 20 minutes, and it was pouring buckets, and then out of nowhere it just stopped, which I am very grateful for because I had to drive a long way to get here and do this painting for y'all. Hi, David. Okay, guys, I forgot to get my larger cup, so let me go grab that. I'll be right back, and we'll do this real quick, okay? Ugh, I gotta get a 5-ounce cup. All right, guys, so this is my 5-ounce cup. So I'm gonna take this cup. Now I have all of my paint mixed, 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, water to consistency. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a dirty cup. So we're just gonna take the colors that we think are gonna look the best together, because this is going to be such a vibrant pour. I'm gonna put them in order as to how I think they're gonna look the best together. And I'm just gonna pour into the cup. And I am gonna add a little white here and there, just for density's sake. But I think I'm gonna do it in between the color, like when I add the colors in the cup. So I have 5 1-ounce cups and a 5-ounce cup here. So I will have 5 ounces of color to play with, which is plenty. All right, guys, and here we go. Katie, I think this is going to be a great painting, baby girl. I think you chose some really cool colors. And I'm excited to try this new technique out. Thank you very much, Tammy, for suggesting it. So that makes number 2 that I've tried this week on live with you guys. So notice, guys, that I did not put the purple right next to the orange or the yellow. And I did that on purpose because when they mix together, they make a muddy brown. So I'm trying to keep the orange and the pink and the yellows together. I'm trying to keep the blue and the purple and the pink together. And then, of course, when I add the yellow, I add the blue. But right here, I'm going to add a little bit of my white, which I have 3 cups full because I was terrified that I would run out of it. So now, let's go back in with the rest of our color. And this time, I am going in order as to how I have a pattern. I'm doing blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow. Blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow. Blue, purple, pink, orange, yellow, right? That's my pattern. And I'm sticking to it. Usually, I don't really pour in a pattern. I just kind of go with the flow and whatever I think will look nice in the cup next. But for this color scheme, I'm definitely going with the pattern. I don't want to make mud, right, guys? Katykins, this is going to be a cute pour. What do you think? And last but not least, yellow. Mama says, no mud. That's right, no mud. All right, let me stand up. Okay, guys, so here goes nothing. I'm going to go ahead and flip this cup. So I like to do it this way because I'm not a big fan of the like fast hand flip where you just kind of flip it onto the canvas. I like to do it this way because it guarantees that no paint comes out of the cup right away, because we don't want that to happen. And I'm still in frame. Good. So, like I said, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of white. This is a quite large canvas, and you do have to float the cup. So I'm going to be very generous around this cup because I mixed a lot of paint and I'm not ashamed of it. I went out and I bought some brand new white paint. So I did not have to strain this particular mix of paint, but now that it's been opened, I will after this first initial use of the paint. Just to let you guys know that. I'm not being shy with this paint, y'all. I'm going to tilt it to make sure there's no gobbies. All right, here we go. My mother makes fun of my technical terms, you guys. You know, gobbies is a very technical term. I don't understand why she thinks that's so funny. It's a very technical term, I think. Okay, so I'm going to hold this down because I'm not quite ready for it to move yet. There we go. And right now I am definitely making sure that my sides are covered before we start this, because I don't want the white to be tainted with all the colors while I'm trying to dab it onto the sides with my fingers, right? So we're just going to go ahead and do it and just save time. Well, not save time, but save our minds, right? We don't want to go crazy with this. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now, for the float. So, with the floating cup, I mean, you've all seen push and drags and things like that, where you take the cup and you push it around and the color expands. The floating cup is where I don't touch the cup. I pick up the entire canvas and I shift it in a way that the color is released underneath the white, and then when I torch it, it comes up a lot like the push and drag. So let's go right ahead and do it. Well, you know what? It's not working. You know what I think I need to do? I think I need to poke a hole in the top. What do you think, Tammy? Should I poke a hole in the top? I got an X-Acto right here. I'm going to poke a hole in the top. Oh, yep, there it goes. Oh, guys, it is so cool. It is floating. Look at those cells. Holy guac. Caitlin Noel, you picked out some really cool colors. didn't put an ounce of green in there, and that yellow and that yellow and that blue mixed together and made green. Well, Caitlin, what do you think, baby girl? That's your color scheme. Paint rag. Where did I put it? Over here. So now I'm gonna bust out the torch. Hey, Christy. Didn't it turn out really cool? I love watching those cells pop. I mean, they are amazing. But you know what? Gotta torch it. Let's see what happens when we torch it. This torch is running out of juice. I wonder if the other one's full. Let's see. Nope, it's running out of juice too. So, where's my juice? Where did I put my juice? Ah, I got a can right here. So, for my torch, totally, this is what I use to refill my torch, and I just stick it right in the bottom like this. And it's got a little hole for it, and I go 1, 2, 3, and I let it go. And that's how I fill my torch, in case you guys were wondering. You guys notice that I'm not keeping it still in one spot. I'm moving it around and I'm wiggling it and doing all kinds of things here because we don't want to burn the paint. We just want to warm up that silicone so that it comes up through the white that we have on there. This I absolutely love. This I absolutely love, and this I absolutely love. I love all of these rainbow colors here. I can't wait to get you guys down and give you all a closer look. So let me put down my torch without touching my skin with it. Alright, here we go. I agree. I think it looks like marble too. Okay, so let's go in for the close-up. I want to move up here to this rainbow area. Check that out, Katykins. See how I love this area right in here where all that orange is just kind of lightly wisping away. Then we got the pink cells and the rainbow, like tie-dye looking cells. Let's go back down to the bottom. We're going to step over to the side. We have those blue and pink and purple areas. A lot of purple in this area. That is really cool how the purple is sitting right in the middle of that orange, which we tried to keep away, but guess what? It got in there anyway, and it looks cool as all get out. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then it comes over here, and you all know that blue is my favorite color, so this area is great. I love the wispy cells on the sides. I just absolutely love that. I think it's gorgeous. I love the blue and the purple together. It's very electric. That is really pretty. I love that. Let's move you guys back. Look at that, you guys. These cells right here. I totally agree. Sign me up for the 60s. I should have been born in like the late 50s, so I could have been a flower child. I swear I should have been a flower child, you guys. I love this burst of color, and then it's subdued up here. It's really cool. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way, and while I have you guys on, I know, right? So I'm going to move this over here to my drying rack, and while I have you guys on, I'm actually going to play with a little bit of Yupo, because I've got some gorgeous color down here. You know what? I might even dip a canvas. Do you guys want to dip a canvas? This is what I do when I know I have a ton of paint left over. I dip things in it. So you guys see all this color here? And white? I mean, I could totally dip something in that. That's going to be pretty. Alright. I don't know if I have enough to do an interesting canvas, but I do have enough to do a few Yupos. And I have these cute little pads that I can do my Yupos with. Tammy says dip a canvas. Tammy, I think I want to dip a Yupo. I don't want to waste a canvas. What do you think? All right, here we go. Face down in the paint. And we're going to pull it up. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to find my torch that I just laid down. I think it needs more color. I really do. These Yupos that I use, or when I do Yupos, I typically use them for jewelry. So I am particularly going for cells. So I'm gonna get another Yupo, and this is how I saved that. Because there's not a lot to do with this. There's not a lot of cells, but I know that this particular thing that I'm doing here, because it has dimethicone in it, it should produce quite a bit of cells. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna add a little paint on this side for the color. We're gonna take another one and we're gonna squish them together, and then we're gonna swipe it like that. And we're going to create cells so that I know that I'm going to have a cool pendant. Hi, Cassidy. He is not home, baby girl. He is in Virginia. That's why I'm at his house. right, let me see if I'm getting a good picture of this. So I have some pretty good lacy sails. Over here in the light. There you go. See that? That right there is going to be gorgeous in some pendants. So now I'm going to leave this over here to dry. And then I'm going to take this one. I'm not too over the moon for this one either. So I'm going to pick up some more of this bluey green mixture of paint here. And I'm going to take some from right there. And I'm just going to cover it. And I just wiped it right on the table. And this is going to be really, really subtle. A little bit too much paint on there. So I swiped it one more time. There is paint on there. I don't like it. So, let's see if I can get anything out of the cup. And look at that. Now I'm going to torch it. They are growing. Do you guys see them growing? Right here in my hand, they are growing. No torch yet. I'm going to sit it on the cup though because I don't want to sit it in the paint. So I could turn on my torch. There we go. Very cool. So that's going to make some really pretty pendants, especially this piece here. Let me see if I can get you guys closer so you can see that. Really cool pendants. All right, let's move this out of the way. So what I do when I'm making these Yupos is I'm looking for pieces. Totally. I agree, Troy. It is very like art and science. You have to play with the density and the color ratios and all that good stuff when you're doing this type of painting, which is why it's one of my favorite things to do. Now, guys, I know you guys have seen this before. I have silicone in this white paint that's on the table now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Vallejo paints, which is a very, very, very liquid this is a very liquid acrylic based paint. It's very pigmented as well. So what I do is I just put a few dots on it. I think I want some phthalo cyan. And you guys can see how I'm just like making drips. Here is my Prussian blue. You guys know I love me some Prussian blue. Oh, I think I just found it. Prussian blue. Now, the thing about these very high flow acrylics is you have to shake them every time you use them. It's okay, you know, it's fine, you know, that's okay. I can do that. I can remember to shake them. And then just for a little bit of contrast, I'm going to add some Sombra Neutral Raw Umber. Now, you guys want to see something that looks like the ocean? Check this out. This is going to be beautiful. I can already tell you. All right, here we go. This reminds me of driftwood. So this part here didn't get swiped very well. So I'm just going to take my little swiping tool and I'm just going to run my swiping tool over it and see what I can do. I'm going to keep this spot. I love that. Love that. That right there to me is so gorgeous. But here I want a little bit of reaction with those colors as well. So now where I've just swiped over, I'm going to see if I can't get a few little cells out of those. If not, then that's okay because that would have been wasted space anyway. So that's what that one looks like. I love this. This is going to make something gorgeous. So is this. So let's pull that out. I know, right? It's playing with your densities is always fun. Okay, now what do I want to do, you guys? What color? Thank you. So, I've got a whole bunch of white blank canvas here. What color pendant do you guys think I should work on next? How about orange? Do you guys want to see orange? Orange and yellows, maybe? How about orange? Oh, I got that in white. Oh well. Orange, yellow. Where's my orange, yellow, and quinacridone magenta. Okay. Let's try that one. Honestly, Troy, I don't know what Auburn colors are because I don't really follow sports. So what are Auburn colors? So there's that. This is one of my favorite parts of painting, you guys. And you know, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I really love playing in paint. Like Florida, orange and blue. Okay. Well, do you want me to 86 the red and go ahead with the blue? It's just going to make green. No, let's do red. Then we'll do orange and blue. Okay. Here we go. Colorful Creations. It's good to see you here tonight. Thank you. I'm making Yupos for pendants. I like colorful pendants with a lot of cells. So I like to do swipes and squishes when I'm doing this kind of thing because it creates just gorgeous stuff. Hey Giselle. I'm going to swipe over this really quick because I don't like that big yellow blob. That's pretty. Let's do it again. Alright, now let's try. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Okay. All right. I think I have room to do one more on my drying rack, and then I have to be done tonight. But what I will do is I will put something on here, or I'll put this in a Tupperware tub, spread it out, and I will swipe over it, create a bunch of cells so I can use this as a skin because this is a lot of paint, and I don't want to waste it. So let's do one more. Troy said orange and blue. So I'm going to give it, after doing that one with the blue accidentally being on the palette knife, I'm going to give that one a go, what Troy just said, orange and blue. Orange and blue. Let's see. This color blue, Troy? Like a bright blue? All right, Troy. Let's see what we got. See if I can make Auburn colors for you, dude. I am using what we call Yupo paper. And I do not pay for Tim Holtz Yupo paper. It is very expensive. Pretty much Yupo paper is expensive, honestly. But I buy the Legion Yupo paper. I've had the best luck with it. And it, I like it a lot. But I just, the Tim Holtz is very expensive. Well, Troy, this one's not selling very much. Maybe I need to put a little more paint on it. Up. I like it too, Troy. Now I'm just kind of playing around, trying to play around with this density and see what I can do to make different effects. So what do you think, Troy? I like this area here. I think it's very pretty. Right? Okay, let me show you. Who was asking about the paper? Okay, Colorful Girl Creations. This is the Yupo paper that I use. Oh, there you are. Yupo, I like, this is the medium. And I've had good luck with the medium, but they make different weights of Yupo. And this one is the medium. You can't see through it. It's fairly thin, and it's actually like a plasticky paper. So when it gets wet or you cover paint on it, it doesn't warp while drying. Now, that being said, because I put these Yupos that I create, because I put them in bezels, I actually buy I buy the large ones, the large pads, but I buy the translucent ones, and they are really, 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 really thin Yupos. Open one up so I can show you. These are my favorite Yupos. You see my hand through it? That's how thin this Yupo is. So it's really easy to cut and to put through into your bezel. Even if you get really thick paint on your Yupo, you can use it in your bezels. Okay guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to play around with this paint a little bit more and see if I can't come up with some cool design to let it make a skin to play with. If you guys like what I do, please give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications whenever I do new videos. Also, please share and tell friends about me. I really appreciate you guys as my art family. I appreciate you guys. You guys are my chromies. I love it when you guys talk to me and ask me questions. So feel free to leave comments in the description box below. Also, if you guys would, just check out my Facebook page, ChromaStorm Arts. Or you guys can always contact me through my email, www.chromastormarts@gmail.com. If you ever see anything that you would like me to paint or suggest me to do on my channel, I'm always open for suggestions. So I hope you guys have a really good night. It was really fun chatting with you tonight, and I hope you guys were inspired. Bye-bye, y'all.